Hey everyone, Luke here, and being part of a family like what we've been seeing with Alpha and here for me over the last 2 weeks, including this chapter, you have to wonder, like, when does bickering stop in families? And the answer is never. Like, for example, I did hint, allude in fact that soon we'll be adding an additional member to the family. Like, yes, even though Poppy and Maisie are no longer with us, will be. I feel like I personally, it's been long enough. It's been half a year, so I feel like personally for me it's time to move on, add a new member of the family, adopt a new furry friend into the family, give them a nice home to spend their life. I feel like it's not a nice thing, but it's other family members like just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So yeah, we finally decided after my birthday holiday when we go to Iceland, that's when we'll be doing it. So January or February we'll have a new furry friend, and it's going to be my cat. Like, I'll be sorting out all the paperwork, everything like that. So it's going to be my cat, and got my eyes set on one. Seen videos of them. Love the cat from the moment I saw it. It's going to be a boy cat at this time. That's one of the criteria. I feel like we all universally agreed on. Even though it's going to be my cat, it's kind of like, yeah, a boy cat, as opposed to another girl cat. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. That's the big announcement, and also as well, we've got the Control Chaos Power Rangers Lost Galaxy video coming, when we'll have a big massive 10-hour YouTube video going through the whole Sword era from CO2 Lost Galaxy. So we have that. We have me and Vex's Monster podcast coming up soon. So yeah, look forward to all of them. But for now, let's get back to the squabbling. Oh, I'm sorry. The title is called Twins Bickering, so it's chapter 191, Twins Bickering. So not squabbling, well, squabbling, bickering, same thing really. So yeah, continuing on from the end of the last chapter, we have Hifumi and Alpha once again arguing over the name of their ultimate super secret technique that they came up with, and all week I've just been like, seriously guys, just combine both names together. That just the HA 1000 Kapow cannon. Like, how difficult is it to do that? And of course, Kiricho is still going through his thoughts process of just like, no, this mission requires teamwork. Why are they bickering right? Why are they bickering right now? And we even get the little caption of just like, wait, what were they bickering about? It's like, oh yeah, the name of their combo technique. But Hifumi goes over to Alpha and says like, okay, I know that you're being stubborn because this attack of ours is just that special to you. Let's think of a new name for it together. So that's kind of nice of Hifumi. That's just like, yeah, we're not going to get... but I'm thinking, am I just like, look, I'm sick of this right now. We're not going to get anywhere. So, okay, let's think of a new name. Will that make you happy, Alpha? And of course, Kiricho takes this to be like, oh, she's being kind enough to back down. Oh, what sisterly love? Like, you know what Kiricho's like. So Heofumi's like, okay, let's take the good parts of both Kapow and HA 1000 canon and put it together. Like, say, Sum Buyom. No, Hifumi. Okay. Yeah, I know you're not the best when it comes to like studying and that and coming up with, but and you're not the best when it comes to attack names as well. But seriously, we are not having that as the technique name. I'm gonna be signing with Alpha on this one. That is so stupid. It's unbelievable. And of course, Alpha picks up like this is seriously just on your part as well, 100% your part, because I know you here for me. You create childish names. I know you're a child, but at the same time, you make the attack name so childish. So that's clear. That's clearly on you. But like I said, it was probably here for me just being like, I'm not going to get anywhere at this rate, so we'll come up with a different name, but I'm going to come up with a name, and Alpha's going to like it, end of story. So as the two of them are continuing to have their petty squabble, even saying that there's not even a hint of any part of any of Alpha's name in that Alpha's name of the attack in that new attack, that name that Hifumi came up with. We go over to Koichiro, who's just going through his mind of just being like, okay, last time I chickened out, giving them a wishy-washy roundabout way of answering the question, and it ended up disappointing them. So this time he's gonna give them a firm answer for sure. So he's thinking about it all the way going through this, and the only thing he can come up with is like, okay, let's calm down, rethink this situation. But Alpha is just like, oh, don't worry, Uncle. And Hifumi says the same thing as well. Oh, it's okay, but the way they look at him, it gives him the look and the impression of like. Even the caption box says that, yeah, they're politely smiling, but they're also distancing themselves from you, Koichiro, basically implying like they do not care about his opinion any longer. And this leads to what Koichiro, or I guess what the manga calls the polite distance, and just forces Koichiro back. I just love comedic moments like that where it's just like, and you just have the things come completely out of nowhere to attack the person. But this is where we have them still attacking the Nano slimes as they're making their way to the brain room where Nano is, and yeah, sure enough, they eventually arrived there. Like, it wasn't really that difficult once they took down the King Nano. It was just basically them attacking each other, them attacking the mini Nano slimes, whilst also bickering about the stupid. Oh wait, I shouldn't say stupid. I shouldn't say that. No, they're gonna come after me. They're gonna come after me. No, I'm not gonna be cringing like that. But yeah, they make their way to Nano, and we finally get to see Nano's post-time skip design in all its glory, as we have him saying, I got worried when communications cut off partway through, but I guess I didn't need them. I should have known time with these children would be fine. And yeah, we get to see him very much as an older version of it, like a really grown up version of his pre-time skip design, in the sense that his body has shot up a little bit, and he's not in his mutant form at this point. He's in his regular, like what he actually looks like without the mutation. But the distinguishing thing about him is that his hair has like gotten super long now, almost as if it's like wire, which I guess makes sense because he's connected to Mozu's entire lab. So it makes sense that his hair would naturally be starting to come out and act as like a wire source. But yeah, not much to say about. Not much to say about him. Pretty standard. And like I said, because he is connected, he's got tubes going through his body. So probably one of my favourite post-time skip siblings designs there. But it makes the question of like, does he need the bucket on his head now in his mutant form, now that he's an adult, and what would his mutant form actually look like now that he is an adult? But anyway, he goes on and says, thanks for coming to rescue me. You've changed your hairstyle, Koichiro. It looks cool. And yeah, I'll give him credit. The sit back look for Koichiro, that kind of definitely suits him. And of course, because Koichiro is getting all the praise in the world right now from his younger siblings, it's just like, praise overload, malfunction, help me, Nano. But the way he's saying help me now is the fact that he's got the issue with Hifumi and Alpha, and it's just like, oh yeah, it's these two, so could you kind of help me here, Nano? And this is where this where Alpha and Hifumi get to mention like, oh, it's nice to meet you, Uncle Nano, we're here to rescue you, and of course they're squabbling now over who's going to rescue Nano. So Alpha's just like, I'm here to rescue you. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, Uncle Nano. I'm Hifumi, but I'm the one going to be rescuing, not my brother here. Yeah, they're just basically going back and forth like, oh no, you can stay back, Hifumi. I'll take that time to think of how cool a new Super Hell Devil Splash really is. Yeah, so they're making up random names now for the attack. So it's like, so I was just like, take that time to think on how cool a name Super Hell Devil Splash really is. No, that is not a cool name. That rolls way more off the tongue than HA1000 Cannon. But Hifumi says no better. She says, Boomy Kabloomy. Oh my god. Bloomy Kabloomy. Seriously? Well, I can't be too hard on her because she's a kid, but she's a Yozakura, and that's the best name she could come up with. Well, again, I shouldn't be surprised because all her techniques are like swirly whirly, swingy wingy, like. But seriously, boomy kabloomy. Like seriously, that's what we're going with here. And yeah, just listening to it makes me feel stupid and weak. Yeah, I know. I feel like that. See, I feel like. Is that Koricho saying that? No, it's Hifumi, but I can imagine that's what Koricho is probably thinking right now as we go over to him, as we see just the aura of just like, stop getting him away from Alpha and Hifumi, and he's just like, you don't, and they're just like, you don't get it, Hifumi, you're just stubborn, Alpha. And Nano's like, okay, yeah, I get it now, and then this is what I was expecting to happen. As soon as they met, now they're going to be like, okay, Uncle Nano, which name do you think is better? Kapow or HA1000 Cannon? I would have thought he would have just said what I suggested, like, just combine the names together. HA1000 Kapow Cannon. Yeah, sure, it rolls right off the tongue, but at least it makes you both happy, and that's a pretty balls out attack name. But yeah, this is where we get probably the funniest moment in the chapter, where we have Nano just basically being blunt honest of just like, no, I think both names are just stupid, so I can't really pick either of them. And you get, I don't know, no, this has never happened before this panel, but this new design for the characters, just the sheer of just like the whole world is crumbling down. It's like Nano, they're just being like, okay, let's ask Uncle Nano which is better. So Uncle, what is better? Out of these two names, and he's just like, no, I think they're both stupid. And just see like just the wind blow out, and just a ton of bricks blow out them, and Koricho in the background is probably most funny because it's just like, you really should have said that, Nano. And if things couldn't get any worse, Nano just proceeds after Koricho basically says, no. He's probably at this point thinking, no, don't say anything. Do not say it. Take that back, because if you don't take that back, you're going to get it 10 times worse than I did. So please just take it out. That's probably what's going through his mind right now. But it's more like, no. Probably in his mind he's probably figured out, but the way he's actually saying his name is more like, wow, I never expected it to be like that. But yeah, this is where Nano just basically sticks the knife in even further to Hifumi and Alpha's praise on the names, as he calls Kapow simplistic and uncreative. Even if you picked it for contrast, it's still aggressively meh. And HA1000 Cannon is both way too long and so dull it leaves the No, it doesn't! No, it doesn't! Okay, no. Sometimes you can be... HA1000 Cannon is not... It's not dull. There's a reason why it's called HA1000 Cannon. which begs the question, I would love, now that I was good at this, I would love just like a gag chapter of just Nano going through anime name techniques, like complaining like Getsuga Tensho, like seriously, Moon Crescent Blade, like really? I mean, yeah, it's in the shape of a moon crescent, but it's kind of a bit like simplistic, if you will. Like just going through random character attack names and just basically roasting all of them and the characters. But yeah, he continues on and says that the attack itself is only mostly decent for 4-year-olds. It's not worth getting this worked up over a name. And yeah, now it's just like, oh yeah, so you can pick whatever you want, I don't care. And this is where Creature in his mind is just like, what happened to you, Nano? Let's see. Yes, he's always been most of the matter of fact to the siblings, but he's always been one to spout out endless streams of insults. What happened in these last 5 years? I've gone way beyond. So now I'm just scared. Hell, the twins were already in a bad mood, so now and we call over to the twins who are just being like, giving the look that Hifumi gave Koricho when he was threatening to kill Tayo with the 5, and I've just been like, Uncle, we're gonna take you down for that insult, and yeah, Koricho knows this. It's just like, yeah, they're seriously angry right now. They've turned into devils, and he's never seen such murderous looks on their adorable like. Koricho, I guess he kind of has blocked out that mental image of just Hilofumi's blooming starting to activate against him when he was threatening to feed Tayo to the 5. But yeah, seriously, you have seen that murderous look on Hilofumi's face before, Koricho. Like, don't be trying to mentally blocking them. You need to be reminded of them so that if you do anything bad to Tayo again, you know what is coming. But of course, Nano being Yozakura is able to be like, okay, they're squabbling over something that's really petty and childish. So, what can I do to mitigate the situation? And he knows exactly what he needs to do. So as Koricho is just being like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do we do here? He turns to Nano. Nano's winking at him. I'm just giving the look of like, don't worry, Koricho, I've got this. I know what I'm doing here. And sure enough, because Nano insulted both names, all of a sudden Hifumi and Alpha are acting like best buddies again, like it's saying like, we may mess with each other, but when somebody's insulting each other, they're messing with us, and we can't allow that. So it's like, it's basically the kind of thing when you see with siblings all the time, like, hey, nobody messes with such and such sibling but me, like kind of like with me, like, yeah, I mean, squabble with my brothers and my sister all of the times, but when push comes to shove, if somebody is messing with them, they're messing with me. It's like that, like we're all kind of like that, like squabble with each other, but when others are attacking us, we're gonna go to their aid. And this is what they're saying here right now. They're saying like, oh, don't Alpha and Hifumi saying about Alpha and Alpha saying about Hifumi, and they doesn't deserve to get picked on and get blated on like that. And Nano was giving the spoke like, yeah, this is working right now. I can't wait to see what they're gonna actually say. So now they start, even though they both think each other's name for the attack is incredibly lame, they both start giving the positives out of them of like, oh, why they chose the name. So with Hifumi, she says, what's wrong with HA1 1000 Cannon? It's a super neat name. No, you weren't saying that 5 minutes ago, but like I said, get the meaning of just like, she's the one. It's because she said it that makes it super lame, but because somebody else is saying like, no, let's not have that name, all of a sudden to her it's like, oh, it's the most best name to a technique ever. It's got both mine and Alpha's initials in it, and you can tell it does 1000 damage really easy. Alpha's smart, and that's the super duper extra ultra awesome name he came up with. Like, wait a minute, super duper extra ultra awesome kind of reminds me of something with that had super awesome, but there was another word beginning with S, had CA out. Like, yeah, it's super special awesome. Like I really was hoping then that we would have gotten a Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge reference, but that's really obscure that only hardcore Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans would get. But yeah, anyway, what Alpha says about Capel is that it's the emphasis of less is more. Elegantly contrasting the power of that attack. It shines with Hyofumi's unique taste. It's an incredible lane. It isn't uncreative at all. And like I said, Alpha, you weren't saying that at all before, but you're only saying this now because your Uncle Nano has basically insulted the name. So this is where Creature is just the gears start getting turned. It's just like, oh, and this is where we see Alpha and Hyofumi's weapons start to come out, as they're saying, yeah, it's not to my preference, but it's a name that she tried really hard to come up with, and Hyofume is saying the same thing about Alpha, like, yeah, it's not really to my cup of tea, but making fun of it is mean, and you may be our uncle, but we won't let you get away with this. So like I said, yeah, they can insult each other all they want, but the second somebody else starts messing with them, it's like, oh no. The only one that gets messed with Hyofume is me, and vice versa. The only one that gets messed with Alpha is me. And this is where Creatures, again, like I said, starts putting the pieces together of just like, wait a second, they were both maliciously making fun of those names, and now all of a sudden they're agreeing with them? Like, oh, wait a minute. In order to stop the fighting, no, you deliberately decide to play the bad guy here, which makes sense considering we're still in that kind of like Dragon Quest dungeon style crawling mission at the moment. So it makes sense for Nano to portray himself as the final boss here. So it's like, oh, okay, if you can get me out of this situation, you get my stamp. And this is where we get what Nano means to the family from Creature's perspective. Handling sibling rivalries is easy. No, this is where we get Nano's perspective of what he means to the Yozakura family. Of just like, it's sibling rivalries are easy to handle. He's dealt with them more than often enough. And yeah, I've already dealt with more of them than than there are stars in the sky. Okay. Kind of hard to say that without running off your tongue, but yeah, Nano has dealt with more petty squabbles in the Yozakura family than there are stars in the sky. That's basically what he's saying here. So it's like, oh yeah, don't worry, I'll take it on from here. And then Creature's like, oh yeah, that's my youngest for you. But then this is where we get something completely different from Alpha's watch, as we see what looks like a giant spiky ball come out of it. And we have them saying that, oh, if you think that was a mere attack, if you say you don't care about that attack, then how about this one? We put everything to it. But yeah, it's not a spiky ball. It basically morphs into like this ridiculous like contraption. Like I don't even know what this is. Like, what is this coming out of Alpha's watch? Like, it's kind of like a spiky, like, saw blade, robot style thing that's basically building up kinetic energy, just ready to fire at Nano. And even Kiricho is just like baffled by what this is, as he says, like, they brought out something nasty I've never seen before. Nano, you did account for this happening, right? And he's like, no, what the heck is that thing? It's terrifying. So yeah, the fact that even the fact that both of them, Kiricho and Nano, are confused by this, like, just begs the question of just like, how much talent do these siblings have? And yeah, that is the end of the chapter, right there, as we have the attack, the new attack basically being directly pointed at Nano, getting ready to fire off. So yeah, the fact that even they're admitting, like, oh no, this is something we've never seen before. We did not plan for this. This is absolutely terrifying. Again, just begs the question of how powerful these siblings are. And yeah, it does seem like the fact that they're being the most focused on out of any of the characters in the series right now. I mean, like, the author has kind of basically come out. So like, yeah, they're the main characters for now. I mean, Tyler will probably come back to retake his spot as the main character at this point, but for now, it's his kids taking over, and the fact that they're demonstrating abilities, techniques that exceed even things that Creature couldn't comprehend. Again, just begs the question of like how deadly they are going to be when they actually do get those stamps and they're actually able to come on the mission to take down Asa. Like, they are going to be so vital to taking down Asa. Like, it's uncanny at this point. So yeah, not sure what this technique is going to be, like what it actually is going to do. Again, like I said, probably going to fire off the basic kinetic energy, but given the fact of it's sheer size and it's just coming out of Alpha's watch, he's able to control that. Again, Alpha may not be as combat capable as Hifumi, but yeah, don't sleep on him. That watch is probably one of the scariest things in this series right now, because you have no idea what could come out of it, and I guess it's based on Alpha's imagination. Well, Alpha and Bad Alpha's imagination that they could come up with. Let's hope he uses it more effectively than Gremmy and Bleach. Oh, I went there. But yeah, what did you guys think of this chapter? Let me know. Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. And this will be Lasherluke signing off. Later, guys.